JNP, K6MYC. Good evening. Let me get a paper in front of me, guys. I wasn't watching the time. I was going by the TV programming, and the programming is somewhat different because of this Brown University thing. I'll be right there.
No problem. You got 2 check-ins already checked in.
Means I don't have to make a run.
800 AA6S.
KE6VON 1040.
KG6 Charlie Echo Fox 982.
KM6SR 432 and 1200.
You have to do it all over again, guys. I don't have the paper ready yet. Hang on a second. Hang on.
None of them are listening.
Yeah, we can't do it over again. You gotta
the strongest of everybody.
just check us all in.
6S.
No, we need a do-over.
I can give them to you, Mike. KM6SR.
And hello, Bill. AA6S, K6US.
K6US, AA6S. You're S7 and everybody else is about an S3. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'm aiming towards Mike. Yeah, let me get you in the log. K6US, K6MI, 59, DMO7, DMO6, wherever I'm at.
Oh, man, you're going to make me open up my logbook. Hold on. But yes, I do need California on this band, so I'll take you as the first contact. Let me switch my logbook over here real quick. Okay, now I can actually log it. K6MI, K6US, Delta Mike 06.
QSL, K6MI, DMO6, and I'm filling out the log.
Whoopee. Okay. I think I got everybody. You want to run down the list quickly with what you have, Rob?
Sure, Mike. Let's see. First off, we had John 711 in there, K6MI. Then I heard Dane 107, WB6JNP. Then we had Bill 800, AA6S.
Got him.
And then we had 1040 Adam in there, KE6VON. And then we had Daryl 982, KG6CEF.
Got him.
And then, of course, me and 1200.
Yep, got it. Okay, I think I got everybody here.
727.
Uh-oh, I don't have everybody because everybody was missing Mike there. Hi, Mike.
Good evening, Mikey, and everybody else. WA6AAJ.
Good evening, Mike. KM6SR.
Hello, Rob. Alright, I'm going back to wrestling with some Quail Springs. KE6VON. Good evening, everybody.
What are you wrestling with? What kind of alligators?
Quail Springs. I'm changing out Quail Springs on the back of my truck.
Oh, good God. Yeah, that's a job.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining right now. My rear axle is hanging down. I got a jack stand and a length of eucalyptus log as my extension to hold it up. It's pretty entertaining.
Now be careful, boy. You got a lot of pressure. If anything comes loose, that thing is going to unload that spring and it'll come down like crazy.
The springs don't have any tension on them right now, but I got to put my compressors on them to tension them up so I can slide them into place because I can't drop the axle any lower.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, well, good luck. Be careful.
Hey, firm. All right, catch you guys later. KE6VON.
Yeah, be careful, Adam.
Okay, and I'm pointed down toward the Southland looking for KB6RQU, who should be checking in on 432. Maybe he's forgotten. He doesn't check in enough to remember that he's got equipment that get him on here almost every day. I don't hear KB6RQU, and we don't have ever a check-in from W6QUI, so I should probably spin around and go towards Santa Cruz, and our friend Tom KW6 is back from Europe with with vim and vigor and lots of Christmas presents. By the way, if you guys haven't been watching the news, they do have the brown killer. He apparently was found in a shed some many miles away in a storage shed, but he had shot himself, so he's dead.
You think he shot himself, or one of his co-conspirators shot him and made it look like that so they wouldn't find him?
Well, that's an unknown at this point. It looked like it was a self-inflicted wound. He was locked in a shed, but I don't know. I don't know whether he was locked in from the inside or the outside. Just early details. But, yeah, that popped through my mind, too. Apparently there was some other guy involved, but it looks like, at least after the last few minutes, it looks like the two shootings, the one down at MIT, is not connected. Originally, it looked like they were connected because a similar vehicle was seen at both ends, at both places. But apparently, it's not this guy. We'll have to determine to see how long he's been dead, and that might, along with shell casing analysis. There's shell casings at both sites, but they haven't done the analysis. Or if they have, we don't know the answers yet. Anyway, just thought I'd kick it out in case people hadn't caught it. They did, at least that threat up there in Providence area is gone. At least they think it is. There was two people involved on that end, though, and that's a little bit of a worrisome mystery, but the main perpetrator, apparently, with the DNA that was on the shells that were found in the study hall, were confirming, I think, that this guy has committed suicide supposedly is the guy that had the shell casings in his hand and shot the two and several others, killed two and several others in that study hall. But now it does appear that there's not a definite connection between the two. At first, it looked like there might be. Okay. Anybody have any comment on that before we go around? Anybody else to check in here? How about 971?
KJ6TYO 1009.
1009. We'll take you, Ron. Good evening.
Hey, good evening. Yeah, I just thought I'd get out there and check in before I hit the hay.
Yeah, have a good evening for what it's worth.
All right, Mike. Take care.
Thank you. Anybody else? Ken, WA6OIB. Ken, he could do 432. He should be here. He said he would be here last night.
Mike, did you get 107?
I got 107. Hi, Dane. And I still haven't heard any further information on Frank, by the way. He isn't answering us.
Okay, well, like I said, we let him know that, people were concerned.
You did what?
I said we let him know that people were concerned.
I missed it. Rob, maybe you're not hearing any better. You let him know that something, and I just can't get it, Dane. Try it again.
People were concerned.
Oh, your homework is done? Well, not as far as I'm concerned. He should have contacted me. This is now Thursday. I haven't heard from him since Tuesday, and it was just a very, very minimal conversation by text. It said he was in the doctor's office, and they were contemplating more surgery on his toe. But we haven't heard anything since. I don't know how he got back to his house. As you know, his truck was still in the driveway at home, so I don't know how he's making all these moves. So, over.
Okay, well, I'm sure, if he wants us to know, he will let people know.
I didn't get that again. I'm sorry. If he wants people to know, he'll let them know.
QSL.
Yeah, but he worked for me. He should let me know.
Yeah, I know. It's personality. That's people, Mike.
Really isn't up to him. He should be at least responsible enough to text me. He can get texts out of there. Anyway, okay. Well, I'm not going to complain anymore. I'm just I'm concerned that we're not getting communications, and I'm worried about his overall health and what his timing is.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, I'm going to run into the other room and see what's going on there. So, K6NYC, WB6JNP 107, of course, 4.
Okay, yeah, we got you. And you're off the back of the beam. That's why you're just weak. And I'm trying to listen here. I don't have the right speaker hooked up. I came in a hurry here, and I didn't get the normal secondary speaker hooked up, which I can hear better through. One of these days I'll get my Bluetooth going again. I just haven't. I keep forgetting to do it and get it linked into these revised and renewed and refurbished hearing aids. The hearing aids are working fine. I just don't have them tied into the Bluetooth yet. 7-3, Dane, and again, thanks for your help with Frank there. The WB6JNP in the group, K6MYC. Anybody else before we go to Santa Cruz? Okay, around to Santa Cruz we go. And as I swing by Atascadero, I'll call Atascadero. Anybody? Nobody there either.
I pointed towards
Who is that?
KW6F, AA6F, K6NYC rotating.
Oh yeah, I hear you. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC.
Got you good and strong. I did move the antenna down here, but I was following along with Mike there as well.
You're loud. I guess the fog really helps there or something. KW6F, good to hear you there, Tom.
We hear you, Tom.
As I won't hold it, I just want to say hello and goodbye. Sounding good here. Up to a 9. KW6S, AA6F.
Very good, Bill. Yeah, I'll turn back up and catch Mike. AA6S, KW6S.
Yep, no, we got you. You don't have to turn it. And we also want to catch Lee if he's in here. But good evening to you. And a little fluttery now they're turned down toward Bill. You get multipath on you, but no problem comping. And again, welcome back. And any further information on your trip, any new innuendos or funny stories or whatever, we're open. We got a little time here. K6MYC to KW6 Sugar.
Well, not really. It just went real smooth. We did get into a couple of places where there was obviously a river cruise unloading hundreds of people into sightseeing locations. But for the most part, we just enjoyed our time walking around and tried to avoid the crowds, which you can't possibly do, but we did our best. And had a lot of good food and drink and a lot of hiking around towns to various sites, and just really had a good time the whole time. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, and why don't you list the countries that you spent time in?
Well, we started out in, we flew to Frankfurt, and there, I think we're there 3 days. It gets a little iffy on the travel days, where I include them. But we went to Frankfurt for, I think, 3 days, and then we went to Vienna. We'd never been to Vienna before, and that's when we encountered all of the tour groups from buses and river cruises, and that was maybe a little more crowded than we like to deal with. And then when we went to Zagreb, which we've been there before a couple times, and we've really enjoyed Croatia in general, and Zagreb real well. And then we went back to Munich and were there 3 or 4 days, and then we flew home from Munich.
Okay, so basically you just visited Croatia and Germany. basically you just visited Croatia and Germany, mostly in Germany.
Yeah, we were in Vienna, Austria, but not very. I think we were there 3 days. But we were there. We were in Croatia almost a week. They've got a really good technical museum there that we've enjoyed before. At least I did, and my wife seems to. But yeah, it's mostly just Croatia and Germany.
Yeah, you did mention Vienna and Austria. Good. 3 countries. That's good, though. Good stuff. And most people speak a semblance, a bit of English in there. Not too hard to communicate. All right, very good. Any? How about you, Mike? Want to say hello to Tom over there, KWA6AAJ, K6MYC? Well, Mike was here and gone already. Bill, you want to finish up anything with Tom, and then I'll get it over. And I don't know if I don't think Rob's copying. You're not copying Tom, are you, Rob?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I was busy on the computer here. How you doing, Tom? KW6S, KM6SR, listening with your preamp here, and I'm picking you up loud and clear. Over.
KM6SRR, KW6S. Well, good. I'm glad it's helping, or at least it's not hurting anything. Yeah, I'm hearing you reasonably good here. So I do have a little bit of a tickle cough that gets to me once in a while, so I've got to kind of, I'm sipping some hot tea to take care of that. KM6SR, KW6S.
K6US.
Okay, Tom, as Mike would say, put a little lemon in that and you'll be in business.
I think you want to go ahead, Aaron, say hello to Tom there.
Yeah, KW6S, Kilo 6, Uniform Sierra, Delta Mike 06.
K6US, KW6S. Yeah, hearing you reasonably good and kind of surprising. Oh, I think I've got your call wrong. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm hearing you pretty good, and I know sometimes we have a little trouble making on some of the bands, but I guess this is it looks like this is one of the good ones. K6USY, KW6S.
Oh, no, you had the call correct. He's lost the Y. It got lost in the shuffle. He traded it in for another model. That is K6 Uniform Sugar. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, Tom, I had a slight modification with the FCC, and now it's just Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra.
Well, very good. I'll already changed the log here, and that's what I thought I got, but then I recognized your voice and thought, wow, I got the call wrong. I didn't finish it out here. But, yeah, congratulations on the new call, and the good performance. Although I didn't have any history on this call sign, so I had to check the other one. K6US, KW6S.
Yeah, you got it while you were gone. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, very good, Tom. Yeah, it sounds like the band's kind of fading on us, but we got you in the log with the new call sign, so thanks a lot. KW6S, K6US.
Okay, very good. That band's up and down here a little bit tonight. Anyway, that's it. He got the call swapped out and has now a dangling Y. It's about to fall off. It's fallen off, but hasn't gotten very far. Every now and then it comes back up, and he says it, but not very often. He's been doing very good, and he got in the contest over the weekend, Tom. So he was able to make 100 or so contacts on 10 meters, and he only made the mistake once or twice. So that's what you need. You need a lot of repetition, and all of a sudden it starts to stick. Anyway, let's see if Lee is in here. Or let's see, Bill, any final comments for Tom? AA6 Sugar, K6MYC.
K6MYC, AA6S. No, just sitting here listening. still copy him okay there. Good to hear you back, Tom. And I'll stand by here, and I'm gonna go play cards, I think, with the women there, and see what else is going on. KW6S and the group AA6S over time.
Apparently you didn't have any weather problems. You didn't have to fight snow or anything or storms in your trip, did you, huh? Tom's not copying me very well. I'm saying you did not have any storms or snow to fight on your trip to Europe, huh, Tom? Uh-oh.
That's understandable, but I can hear some of the other guys in there pretty well, but I've been able to hear there tonight, Mike. He said he can't hear you, Mike.
Well,
That was AF6 United.
well, you must have turned down toward South Fresno because you went away from me also, Tom. KW6S, K6MYC. I asked you if you had any inclement weather when you were in Europe.
Oh no, I'm getting covered up by Lee there. So, no, it was cold and we had good weather for walking around as long as you stay bundled up nice. And we got a little drizzle on us about halfway back to our room one night. But weather was perfect the whole time. K6MYC and the Multitude, KW6S.
Well, that's great. Sounds like you had a really good trip, a lucky one, actually, because anything, on the way the world is and the way the weather's been, anything could have happened. You could have been trapped in one location for weeks because of a snowstorm or something, too. So I'm glad it all worked out and you had a wonderful vacation. That's a good way to have a vacation, where everything works as according to plan. Let's get it over to Lee. Lee, I did not hear you, so go ahead and make a transmission. I'll see if I can figure out why I'm not hearing you. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC.
Okay. Hey, happy holidays, Tom. K6 BBG. Now, I can hear you back up around S4, S5, something like that, so you're loud and clear, but certainly not up to where you normally are. Normally you're S9 or thereabouts in this region here, so it's definitely, I think maybe you're still having that rotator controller issue and things are not exactly where you expect them to be. So that's about all of the chatter that I can give you while you're maybe fiddling around with that rotator there, and I'll turn it back over to you, K6MYC from AF6 United.
No, I don't have, we're talking about different controllers. The 6-meter one is the one I was having trouble with. I still haven't got that replaced. This one's fine. And I had moved the antenna. It wasn't bothering Tom, but you're weaker than Tom. So when I moved up to the Bay Area to finish up with Tom, I was up there, and that was too far up for you. You're a little south of Tom there. Over. Did you copy that, Lee?
I don't know what the heck is going on there, but you went from S5 down to noise, and I may have just barely got the end of your transmission. I'm not. So I'm just going to turn it back to you and the group and say 7-3 to Tom, welcome back. Merry Christmas to everybody, and that's just around the corner here. AF6 United, back to net.
Well, I don't know what's going on. I'm running 800 watts to you, and you should be hearing me. I'm copying you 100%. You did drop down a little bit. You were stronger the previous transmission, but still perfectly Q5. So maybe you've got noise there or something. So we're copying you finally. Anyway, 7-3. And we'll see you next Sunday night, I guess. Take care. Anybody else want to say hello to Lee? Go ahead, K6MYC.
AF6 United, K6 Uniform Sierra.
United? Copy to here, Lee. And about a Q5S2 with the QSD. But anyway, just want to say hi, you're making it here. AF6 United, back to you there, Lee, and I'll get out of here. KA6S, over.
All right there, Bill. Yeah, you're sounding okay here tonight too. I can hear everything that you're saying, and that's always a good sign. So AA6S from AF6 United. I am wondering if Aaron is still around. K6US from AF6 United.
Yeah. Good evening, Lee. Good evening, Lee. AF6 United from Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra, and Delta Mike is 06.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I'm getting you loud and clear in here. As a matter of fact, I was getting you earlier at close to the very beginning of the net. So I'm not sure what direction you were pointed at that point in time, but I was still hearing you pretty well. I'm actually hearing you about as well as I hear Bill tonight. So K6US from AF6 United. Back to you.
Yeah, very good, Lee. This is a set of this is a dual set of hole loops, so I'm equally offending everybody in every direction. I'd have to turn the entire house, and then even then it wouldn't do any good. So. Give me your grid square real quick for the log, because of course I started with a brand new log, and it doesn't remember anybody's grid squares until I work them. So AF6 United from Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra and Delta Mike 06.
Roger, Roger there, Aaron. I am in Charlie Mike 906. Charlie Mike 906 Delta Victor, to be as close as I can make it on the Maidenhead grid square there. So yeah, good to hear you tonight. You're coming in loud and clear, and okay. I didn't realize that you were on more or less an omnidirectional, so you're sounding really good over here, and glad we're all making the trip back and forth. So 7-3, I'll say goodnight to everybody. AF6 United, back to net.
Hey, Lee, WA60IB.
Hi there, Ken, WA60IB. Yeah, I've got you. Boy, you're S7 here tonight. You're pounding in.
Well, you're 10 over 9. You're 10 over 9 here, Lee. AF6U, WA60IB. And for Mike there, it's 226 is here. WA60IB.
Got your 226. Go ahead, Lee.
Okay, well now, Mike, you've come up to S7, so yeah, you're right about where Ken is at. So you guys are pounding in here. You get the awards tonight. So WA60IB and K6MYC from AF6 United. Good night, guys.
Okay, Lee, 7-3s. Good night. You have a good Christmas. I probably won't talk to you before then. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, WA60IB. Thank you, Mike.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Okay, same to Mele Kalikimaka from the Hawaiian side of the Bozo Net here. We have a Hawaiian that's up in Modesto now. And Carl Jackson, he was in last night, and we were exchanging all the Happy New Year's and Merry Christmases in the Hawaiian lingo. Mele Kalikimaka. Merry Christmas. All right, 7-3, Lee. And you're fine. That the band's going up and down. So you took a big dive. You maybe also have the antenna slightly shaded away from us here. And when you do that, then the fades are more pronounced. You go down deeper in the fades. But I never lost you, but you're getting awful close to the bottom, and then you come way up. So I haven't moved the antenna since I've seen a huge peak and a huge null without changing the antenna position here. So it's just a band. 7-3. Have fun this weekend. Enjoy. AF6 United with KW6S, 7-3 Tom, K6MYC.
Very good. I think K6VBG was in there as well, but that was some time ago here in the traffic jam.
I don't think so. I don't think he's on here tonight. Dave, are you here? K6 Victor Bravo Golf?
Well, yes, I am. And I did say happy holidays to Tom out there.
Well, good, Dave. I heard you. I think you overpowered Mike, actually. I didn't check the S-meter here, but Mike's running about 10 over 9 the whole time, and with little to no variations. And you got in there, I think, at the same time he was talking. So good to hear you in there, and it sounds like you're doing as well as you can. The K6VBG KW6S.
Hi, Roger. Yeah, Mike, K6VBG 971.
Hello, Tom.
WA60IB KW6S. Good evening there, Ken.
Yeah, you're between 20 and 25 over 9 tonight.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I did that good on 432 here.
Yeah, actually 432, you do the best. Yeah, you're pounding in. Yeah, it's K6VBG. Good evening to you up there too. Yeah, great, good to hear you. It's been a while. WA60IB. Thank you, Tom.
Very good. WA60IB KW6S. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, very good.
Keith.
Who's that?
I was calling K6VBD, AF6 United. Can you hear me, K6VBD?
AF6 United, yes I do. K6VBG. Yeah. How you doing out there?
The last letter is G for Jen.
I'm just a little bit south of where Tom is at, south in Watsonville, about 6 miles from the coast, and just heard you coming in pretty loud there too. You're about an S6 over here, and I'm not exactly sure where you're at, but yeah, you're loud and clear in here. Go ahead.
Hi, Roger. Yeah, I got you at a Q5. You're definitely there. I can hear you and understand you, but you're not moving the meter.
Yeah, well, it seems like I don't move the meter in very many places, but at least a lot of people can hear me, so I guess I have a big mouth. All right, 7-3, everybody. Just wanted to make the contact. All right, 7-3, and again, Merry Christmas, everybody. AF6 United, back to net.
Okay, it's K6 vodka, bourbon, and gin. K6VBG on the last letter. You may not have the last letter right there, Lee. And he's in Coarse Gold, same place as Rob, but he's got a good location, and the Aggie pointed your way. So he does real well in your area. He doesn't do very well in the Bay Area, but he does get a nice signal over to you there. It's funny. Sometimes he does well, and other times it doesn't work. Who knows? Tonight it's working. So that's the story. That's Dave. He's in Coarse Gold, along with KG6 Charlie Echo Fox. And he's on frequency, but must not be hearing you. And Rob's here. You've already worked Rob, right, Rob?
Not tonight, but I'm hearing him better with my preamp, but I don't know if he's hearing me. AF6U, KM6SRR.
I'm not really hearing Rob. I can hear that there's somebody talking right at the weed level there, but I just do not hear anything that he's saying. So I guess the magic isn't happening tonight. KM6SRR from AF6 United back to K6MYC.
Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, Lee. Yep, I heard you fine down there with the noise, but I could copy you. So, yeah, I know you can't copy me. I don't have enough oomph there. Thanks, Mike. KM6SRR.
Yeah, it's a J-Fed, that little preamp that's working for you. Yeah, you've got a noise figure that's probably about 1 dB noise figure and very low feedline loss. So you're hearing much better than you have been recently. So the preamp is helping. Thank you, Tom. 7-3, guys. We are going to go up into the Bay Area there. KW6S and Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. K6MYC moving the antenna to the Bay Area. Anybody up there? How about you, Fred?
And 6RO, early check-in, please.
Okay, early check-in, 835. We got you.
Roger. High temperature 61.
Wonderful. We were just below that a couple.
Yeah, we had 0.05 of rain yesterday, but there's more coming.
Or are you talking to somebody else?
756, I'm not even close to you. We got good propagation north-south. Hang in a second. I haven't gotten to the Bay Area yet, Darren, but I've got your 756 if you have to take off there. Go ahead.
QSL, yes, I'm going to run on you.
It's so confusing.
Pretty good for 70 watts. Doing well. 7-3. Okay, Bay Area, K6MYC.
Hi, Mike. It's very confusing. You're talking to somebody else locally, and I don't know who you're talking to. I'm in my radio room. Anyway, I hear you.
You hear me, but I didn't hear you. There was three people talking at the beginning there. I have you, Paul, 637. Stand by, Paul. Who was the other one? The others in the Bay Area, go ahead.
Yeah, W6PQL.
Okay, I'm not pointed your way yet, but I'll get there. 1296. There's still another one that's louder than you. Who was that?
KB6BA.
KB6BA. Good evening, Oliver. 900. Got you. But I don't think it was you I heard originally. Anyway, take a short one. I'm waiting for Fred. Fred is normally in here. Fred, are you here tonight? KD6S okay?
Yeah, I've been trying to raise you for a while, and you just like talk to other people, and you're not listening to me or something. I don't know what's going on with you.
Well, there's a lot of people talking, Fred. If you listen to the stream, you'll see what I have to deal with here. Over.
I don't have a stream in front of me. I just have a radio in front of me. So you gotta kind of like sequentially go through the roll call, and then if somebody wants to have a side conversation, hey, wait till after the net. Let's talk about it after the net, but, kind of go through like W6OMF used to do and, just sequentially and then, because otherwise I lose track. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I was going sequentially, Fred, but you didn't come in when I went up to the Bay Area. First place I stopped is Cupertino, and I heard 6 other stations, so... what I'm saying is you don't see what I'm seeing. You don't hear what I'm hearing, and the only way to hear what I'm hearing is to listen to the stream. And then you'll know that there's 5 guys calling, and you're buried in there. Over.
Okay, but what if you don't use a computer?
What's that?
So what if you're not listening to the stream? I'm not listening to the stream. I'm listening to this radio. That's all. I don't have a computer back in the back bedroom.
I understand you don't have the stream, but see, everything that's on the stream, all the signals that are calling me are also on the stream. And that's why I say if you were able to listen to the stream, then you would not only hear yourself and all the others calling, but you're not hearing that, so you think you're the only one that's calling. And you're not understanding that I'm hearing 5 voices in there.
Well, I don't know what the solution is. Either we're on radios or we're on computers. I don't know. There's people on FT8 and computers, and they're not doing a damn radio anymore. It's like, what are we going to do? I got to have a computer now, and I got to have the radio. I'm like, okay.
You don't need a computer, Fred. You just have to be patient. Sometimes other people call in. Like I say, that when I go to the Bay Area, all of a sudden, if there's a lot of people there, everybody calls at once. Sometimes it's only you, and I hear you fine. And you're good and strong, but so is everybody else tonight. We've got very, very good propagation. Where I'm pointing now, I can still hear Santa Cruz, Watsonville, Placerville, Fremont, and wherever else. So that's what's happening. Anyway, we got you, Fred. 507, you're checked in. And don't get upset. Most of the time, you're the only one that's in there. And I get you all by the lonesome there. Over.
Okay, Mike, yeah, I just don't know what's going on in the background. I hear, I just don't understand what's going on, and I don't have the stream here because I'm not near my computers. I have a computer room, but it's not mobile. I don't have a laptop. I have actually standalone actual servers in my house because that's what I do for a living.
I understand, Fred. What I'm trying to explain to you is everything that's coming into me is on the stream. It goes right back out and on the stream. And if you were able to listen to the stream, then you would know why I didn't respond to you.
I got that, yeah, and I don't have a stream, so it's just going to be what it is, okay? Thanks.
Yeah, you don't need the stream to get to me. I just have to get you by yourself or with one or two others in there where I can sort you out. I got Paul, K6 WIS. I got W6PQL. I got KB6BA. The guys in Santa Cruz and Watsonville are also saying 73s, and all that was coming to me at the same time you must have been calling. Over.
I got you. I hear you. Okay, 73, K86, that's okay.
Okay, have a good weekend, Fred. And don't worry about having or not having a stream. It's not important unless you want to hear the other side of conversations of the people that you may not be hearing from your own station. That's the value of the stream. Everybody can hear the whole conversation if you want to. And even though you can't hear the station directly, you hear who I'm talking to, and you can follow the conversations better that way. That's all. Okay, let's see. KB6BA, Oliver, take a quick one, and then we'll get through the rest of the guys in the Bay Area. Paul, hang in there. We'll be right there. And we had a couple of early check-ins on top of everything else, Fred. So Oakley even checked in, and he was stronger than you were. So that's what I was dealing with. 835 was in also. You wouldn't have believed the bedlam. You can listen to the stream later on YouTube if you want to do it. I'm sure you have that capability. KB6BA, Oliver, good evening. By yourself, K6MY.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Good strong signal. Be headed down to New Mexico Sunday. Gone for a week. In the meantime, just doing my usual stuff. K6MYC, KB6BA.
Yeah, okay. Have Christmas down there. Very good. You've connected with Jim, and I guess he said something about a coax cable or a coax connector that had to be fixed. Were you able to do anything for him, or is it not timed out right?
He's got a length of coax that we cobbled together when I was helping him out at his house, and all he needs to do is to put a connector on the end of that coax, and that will connect to the 2-meter antenna that he has, and it will allow connection the 2-meter antenna to the coax lead to a shack. So I think he didn't have one handy when I was there, but he may have found one, or he's going to order one. And once he gets that installed, which he can do by himself, he'll be back on 2 meters. Over.
Very good. Okay, so the coax cable is connected to the antenna. He just doesn't have the kick connector on the shack end. Is that it?
Yeah. It was sort of a complicated original arrangement. This is a jury rig thing because his 432 antenna needs to repair to a splitter, and he's repurposing an old coax involving a splitter to do that, and then he'll do a permanent job of all this when he gets 432 fixed, but that'll require another helping hand up on the roof besides just 2 people.
Yep, understand. Okay, very good. I understand. Well, at least he'll be back on 2 meters when he gets that connector in. All righty, thanks for the help, by the way. I'm glad you were able to get over there and meet Jim and understand his situation and his limitations over there. Thank you very much, Oliver. Enjoy your vacation, Christmas down there, and Merry Christmas to you, by the way, in New Mexico there. 73.
Roger, take care. KB6BA.
Okay, now let's see. Jim, let me see if I can get you in here. I'll bring the antenna up a little bit more, but is there anybody else that's copying me right here, K6MYC? Okay, W6PQL, take one, Jim. K6MYC, and I'll peek on you. This should be right at you, Jim. W6PQL, K6MYC. Maybe he's already gone off to, well, I don't think he does 432 with with W6, not QUI, W6QIW down there. Okay, over to you then, Paul. Let's see, K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Go ahead. Thanks for waiting. K6MYC.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. K6NYC in the group. This is K6WIS. Good bounce path propagation tonight. You're coming in 5 by 5, 5 by 6. Solid copy, Mike. How do you copy me? So K6WIS, pass a little over.
Yeah, I moved the antenna back. Tonight you're coming in, bouncing better off of Uminum. You never know from one night to the next. Good copy. Do you have any other check-ins there, Paul, over?
Nope, but propagation is pretty good. I was listening in to several DM0607 stations. K6VBG had a signal as strong as yours. He was an S7. That was astounding. I heard AA6S in Visalia. I heard WA6LIB. And KW6S as well, but that would be direct for me. So good bounce path tonight, over.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, good propagation. Yeah, VBG has got to be having his chest all puffed out tonight. He's just running 50 watts or something to a single Yagi, but he does have a hill. He's up about 1,000 feet above me here in Coarse Gold. About 12 miles, 15 miles to the north of me here. But he's got a little elevation, and he must have a good spot that he gets through the hills there in your direction across the valley. So he's working well tonight. Some nights he doesn't do as well, but tonight he's doing well. So that's good. I'm running 800 watts to a pair of Yagis at 100 feet or 90 feet. So when he can compete with that, he's doing very well. Anyway, good to hear you, Paul. Thanks much. And we can look for you as well on the direct path in just a few minutes. I think we'll be up there quickly. N6RO has already checked in and gone. He has early check-in. I think he's got Zoom meetings tonight on H4HF radio. K6WIS, I'll be up there at way in a minute, K6MYC.
Yeah, Roger. Thanks, Mike. K6MYC in the group. This is K6WIS doing standby. 7-3 for now.
Okay, 7-3. Anybody else now in the Bay Area that I haven't picked up? I'm missing KB6WFC. Anybody else? K6MYC. I need a relay from that station. I can hear him, but I cannot read him. Anybody in the Bay Area, can you copy that? Well, let's try it again. Maybe I could pull you out. Just give your Bozo number 3 or 4 times. Your Bozo number only 3 or 4 times. And then maybe I can figure out where to point better for you. K6MYC Bozo Net standing by. Over, over. Well, I'm not hearing him now. We got funny propagation. I'm hearing Sacramento coming in this direction. We got strange propagation tonight. W6PQL, where are you, Jim? K6MYC. One last call, North Bay Area, K6MYC, DM07. How about Clear Lake? Clear Lake, N1PPP, are you there? Okay, I'm going into Sacramento here. We've already worked you, Darren, but if you're still there, pop in for a direct path signal. KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Nothing heard from Darren. How about you, Bill? KO6KD.
Yes, sir. KO6KD, Bozo 776. Checking in, and I'll get out of the way because I know you're busy.
Well, you're not in the way of anybody. You're all alone. Doing fine.
Yeah, very nice signal. I've been listening off and on here when I hearing bits and pieces, and I'm quite surprised how well the propagation is tonight.
You're really strong right now. I haven't even tried to optimize on you. I just bumped a little bit past where I normally hear. I heard Darren when I was pointed towards Santa Cruz. That's a weird one.
That is really, that is very bizarre. You sure it wasn't a signal that was echoing in from no, never mind. I'm not even going to go there. That's very unusual. I have not heard him or John on 2-meter simplex, so I didn't know he was even around.
Yeah, he checked in 10 minutes or so ago, and I've been working my way through the Bay Area here. Funny night, because when people come in from different directions or want early check-ins, it disturbs the pattern that I have, and then other people complain that I'm not holding my pattern on check-ins. I kind of funny, but they don't know what I'm going through here to get everybody in and not miss anybody, and still try to catch everyone and get them in here. And of course, we had Tom, our station in Santa Cruz, KW6 Sugar. He had been in Europe for two and a half weeks, and had a wonderful Christmas vacation over there in Germany and Austria and Croatia. And we just took a little extra time, and 4 or 5 of the guys down here in the San Joaquin Valley wanted to say hello to him also. So we spent quite a bit of time in that direction tonight. But that's unusual, but it's just one of those things we like to do when people have unusual things to talk about. Back to you, Bill, and then we'll look for you, of course, in the morning again. The reason I was quiet on the nuclear thing this morning was I didn't have anything to add. I have a friend who was in charge of running a lot of nuclear stuff back there. He's a K2. I can't remember his call all of a sudden. He fell off of a ladder about a year ago and broke his back. And he recovered okay, but he just then he started to go to Florida in the wintertime. And I've lost track of him, but he was a real expert. I mean, he ran quite a few different facilities, all nuclear stuff, all around Illinois and Indiana. And so I got a different insight on the nuclear from him. And he didn't have any qualms about it, of course, and understood all the things that were going on. And but the thing that can influence all this is, like you say, the oversight is lacking when people are in there just for the money. Diablo Canyon apparently is the only one that's still functional in California, but it's like you say, it needs to be rebuilt, or maybe Diablo Canyon's fine. They just have to build a new reactor housing. So all the old stuff doesn't. You're right. The radiation ages that stuff very, very quickly. KO6KD for your wrap, K6MYC.
Yes, very good, Mike. Very, very good. You're getting my point. There is a lifetime to those things. So we will talk about it more gleefully tomorrow morning. So if everything goes well. Let's see here. There was a thought I was going to have, and I don't recall what it was, but I'm sure it was not important. But I am hearing you wonderfully, Mike. Absolutely incredible. You're well up above an S9 into the plus 5, almost plus 10 dB on my 9700. I don't know that I've ever heard you this strong on 432. So, okay, 7-3 for now. 7-3 to everybody on the net. I'll get out of the way, and we'll look for you in the morning. K6MYC 73 KO6KD.
I'm glad we finally had a good night with strong signals here on 432. 2 meters has been gangbusters, as you know, last couple of weeks. And last night on 2 meters, everybody was excellent, except for a few, but I hardly ever experienced even some QSB last night. Was rare to hear. The weakest stations was Redding, and he was even a little better than average. So who knows? Anyway, 7-3, we'll see you in the morning, Bill. I should be up and around. I was up at 4 this morning, but I didn't get up. I didn't get up till a little bit after about 7:45, and then I ended up spending quite a bit of time in the kitchen. Matt has a engineering design problem with a very oddball antenna that he's been asked to build by a customer, and we were going over all the characteristics of it. But he wanted to talk, and I have to give him my time when I have that opportunity, and he needs another input. And luckily, it paid off for him and me. So, but I was ready to walk in here at 5 minutes to 8, and it was 10 after 8 by the time I finally got in here. So it was a funny start to my day. But I've been awake since 4 o'clock working on all those call signs for KO6KD. Over.
Well, you've come up with several clever variations. I remember now what I was going to tell you. Russ, KW6T, was out here earlier, and he is going to try to check in. So if you could, while you're looking for John KR6MR, if you could also give a listen for Russ. He should be out here in the wings, or at least he was about a half hour ago, and he would like to check in. So with that, I'll say 731 and all. Merry Christmas to those listening on the web. I'll catch you guys later, KO6KD.
Okay, very good. And while I'm talking to you in this direction, let me just check for Reading. Reading. Give me some CW if you're up there at Rich. KD6SW, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC. Any copy up there in Reading? Over. Well, I hear Beale Air Force Base banging me pretty good, but nothing from Reading. Okay, very good. And I'll listen for John now. KR6MR, KR6MR. Go ahead, John. K6MYC.
Whiskey 6, Papa Echo 620.
Yeah, I got you already in here, but good to hear you, Mike. Hang on a second. KR6MR, K6MYC. I don't know where he went, Bill. KR6MR, K6MYC. Maybe he couldn't stay out any longer.
He might have got too cold. I don't know. Well, can you also take a listen for Russ, KW6T?
Here, KW6T.
Yeah, good evening, Russ. Good signal. I don't ever have any trouble hearing you from Latrobe there. You're line of sight to me, I think. Well, John, I've got, if you talk to John, Bill, you might tell him I got him checked in because I know he was here.
Sure.
Okay. Over to you, Russ, KW6S, KW6T, I should say, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. And yeah, speaking of KW6S, I did catch a couple of syllables from him. I heard him say his call, but really I was not really able to copy him tonight, but did hear him a little bit out there. Anyway, yeah, the antenna is actually dry, so I have no standing wave issues. So I thought I'd check in because it's supposed to rain. I think sometime over like tomorrow or the next week or something. It's supposed to rain, so probably won't be checking in. Not on this one anyway. So anyway, I wanted to get in while the getting was good, so I'll send it back to you, Mike, and the net, K6MYC. Here is Bozo 410 KW6T Latrobe.
Can you rotate that antenna, Russ?
Oh, yeah.
Well, the VSWR problem would be only if it's just the antenna, it's the water on the elements, and the elements get fat, and the frequency goes down, but it shouldn't cause massive VSWR problems. But if you move the antenna, the droplets fall off, and that should bring it back too close to perfect VSWR or dry. It'll be a little bit low, but it won't be full low because the drops are dropped off. So wiggle the antenna when you see that. If the VSWR does not get better, then the VSWR is caused by another problem and not in the antenna. Over.
Well, if you saw the antenna, or if you understand how the thing is built, the match is exposed on the top, and it's was sealed in like epoxy when the antenna was made, which was great, but I think the epoxy has failed. So it kind of gets into the match up there where the coax ties into it. So that's where it gets wet. So yeah, as soon as it dries out, it's fine. But as soon as it gets wet, SWR just goes so high I don't even want to transmit.
Okay, well, what you want to do is put a little piece of tape right over that so water can't get into that spot. I'm kidding. Yeah, put a can over it. Put a plastic Tupperware over it.
Okay. Oh yeah, if it was easy to take it down, I would, but it's just since it's got the 2-meter antenna on the bottom, and then the 432 is up about 6 or 8 feet above that, and it's kind of right on the edge of the peak of the roof. So I have to put a gin pole up there to take it down, and it's just a royal pain in the neck to do it. And I've been talking about this for probably close to a couple of years now. So you must be able to figure out how much of a pain in the neck it really is. So anyway, with that, it's one of those things where I'll get around to it at some point, but not in the wintertime. So anyway, back to you, Mike. K6NYC, KW6C.
You can buy them, but they're pretty expensive. You can buy holes in the rain, over.
I can buy a what?
You can buy a hole in the rain so the rain doesn't water on your antenna. Water rains everywhere else, but there's a hole where the rain won't go because your antenna's in that hole, over.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those, but yeah, they're not available in El Dorado County for some reason. I don't know what the problem is, but I think they've outlawed them up here, so it makes too much sense. Anyway, well, with that, I'll catch you on Sunday, Mike. KW6T.
Okay, good one. If we miss you Sunday, have a Merry Christmas, Russ, and I'm sorry that you can't buy those holes up there. They're available in some areas, but I know that California rules are very strange. The building permits and stuff for rain holes are tough. See you later. KW6T, K6MYC. Anybody else? How about you, John? Oh, John's gone. Okay, he couldn't wait anymore. One more call for Redding. Anybody got some CW for me up there? KD6SW, K6MYC. Nope. Haven't heard him for a couple of 3 weeks now. Okay, I'm going to Nevada, guys. K6MYC going to Nevada.
Whiskey Victor Lima.
What was it?
KD6WVL 1179.
Oh, okay. I guess I missed you. KD6WVL. Good evening, John. K6MYC 1179. We got you.
Sounds good. I think the flow got interrupted there a little bit, so I was just patiently waiting. I won't hold it up. Have a good evening, KD6.
Okay, very good. I just moved the antenna back a little bit, but it bends so good tonight. Doesn't matter where I point, I'm hearing you. So you're doing very well with the whole loop. But Trees, thanks for checking in. Sorry I missed over you. But what happened tonight was N6RO checked in early, so I never pointed in his direction, and then of course that messes you over.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get a
Okay, I must have moved the antenna back off of you. I missed that. Say it again.
Oh, no, I'm just saying everything's sounding good tonight. Thanks for the check-in.
You're loud when I point at you now. I was pointed way up at 340 when you first called in there, so the band is just really funny tonight. All right, 7-3, John, and we'll see you Sunday night, hopefully. K6MYC. Okay. I'm going to Nevada. Here we go. Nevada. There's Nevada. Let's see, Richard. Let's see if we can hear you smashing 8 watts up there. KD6BQ, K6MYC, over. Roger, got your 249. It's Q5 and S nothing. 5 by 0 on CW, but it is Q5. Got your 249, Richard. It'll probably come up. Let's see if I can get Daniel in here. And I'll peek on Daniel, then I'll know where to point for you. KD6, KE7UQL, KE7UQL, K6MYC. Daniel? Give me some more chatter, Daniel. I went past you. KE7UQL, give me a little longer chatter. K6MYC, over. Okay, holy cow, the band is really strange. It's almost like you're breaking up, but I can't tell whether it's you or the band. It's almost like your audio is breaking up, Daniel, but we got you 272. You're checked in, of course, but so far not very good copy. Signal's pretty good, but I'm getting it like you're broken up. A 30-second Q, so hi. 7-3, Daniel, and we'll see you Sunday night. 73s, we'll see you Sunday night. If somehow we miss you, Merry Christmas, and we'll catch you later. The KE7UQL, K6MYC back, and see if I can do a little better copy on Richard. KD6BQ with KE7UQL, K6MYC. Try it now, Richard. Now I'm not hearing Richard. I guess he's checked in and he's done. KD6BQ, K6MYC. One more call, Richard, over. Okay, I heard traces of a CW signal. The band has just fallen apart. The band is just falling apart for you guys up there. We got you checked in. Thanks much. And we'll see you Sunday night. We'll see you Sunday night, Richard. KD6BQ and KE7UQL, 73, K6MYC. Okay. I don't know if you're still here or not, Ken, but the conditions were so, well, it wasn't bad with Bill. I should have let you in and sent a load of Bill there. Sorry about that. We're running behind the times here, and I've been jumbled up with people checking in from all different directions. The band is really odd tonight. And Rob and Ken, I'm going to drive back to the Bay Area and give them one last check. We're missing a couple of people in the Bay Area. WA60IB, if you're still there, Ken, K6MYC. Over to you, Rob.
Yeah, roger on that, Mike, KM6SR. Surprising how well I'm able to hear a lot of the people now.
Yeah, helps with the preamp. I have the same issue on 1296, but when my preamp isn't on, I don't hear half the stuff that's there. When I do hear it, it isn't very readable, so it does make a difference. Okay, Bay Area. I'm in the Bay Area. Bay Area. Let me go a little further down into the Bay Area here like that. Bay Area, looking for KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie or W6PQL, K6MYC, calling and listening.
Hey, Mike, welcome back.
Hey, you, Fred?
Yeah, that's me. Okay. I'm back. I don't have a stream, though, but I hear you.
Well, you're very loud right now, and I'm pointed not at you. I'm pointed up at 294. I'm 10 degrees off. I heard another voice in there. Let's see if you can help me hear the other guy in there. I don't know whether it's, I don't think it's Jim, but Jim checked in, PQL, and he was really weak. And I'm really looking, I've got him checked in, but I haven't heard for sure KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. So let me see again. KB6WFC, Mike, are you there? Call again, over. KB6WFC, K6MYC.
Don't hear him.
Okay, who is that?
That's me again. I don't hear him at all.
Yeah, that's weird, because you're really loud right now, and I'm pointed way off of you.
Yeah, the signals are excellent tonight. You're like 20 over 9, which is really, really strong. And, you know, I'm not running that much power, and but I got a pretty good antenna, you know. I got the old Tona antenna up there.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That may be why I didn't hear you as strong as usual, because the signals are coming in so funny. I was pointed at 285. Normally I'm at 295 right now, and it's just you're pounding in.
Am I coming in S9?
I can't read the S-meter, Fred. I'm blind. I can't even see how this. I can see the blur of the radio front of it. Over.
Okay, no worries. No, anyway, what I was saying earlier is like, you know, what we used to do, W6OMF in Vacaville, he'd run through the check-in. If somebody wasn't late or missed it, he'd pick them up at the end of the net. So, okay, where are the missed and late check-ins? Check in, please. That's the only thing. You know, I was just kind of used to that net. I've been doing it. I did that for so many years. And so I'm not trying to criticize you, Mike. I'm just trying to say that's how I used to operate. And there was no streams back in those days. I have computers, but they're server-type computers. You know, they're industrial computers is what I have.
Yeah, no, that's okay. You don't need to use the stream unless you want to hear all the other conversations. That's the blessing of the stream. And it's also recorded on YouTube, so you can go back and listen to yourself later. You could call up YouTube right now and go to bozonets.com, and the second page of the website has the link to YouTube, or just go on or a connector to come in, and then he's got to get 2 people over there. I think it was a 2-man job, or I wasn't quite clear on what Oliver said. It takes 2, one on the ground and one in the air to get the 432 fixed. Right now it's a temporary situation, and he's using a splitter and one piece of coax going to each antenna. But the 432 is not hooked up because he stole the coax or something. I don't know. Anyway, and he didn't have another connector for this repurposed piece of coax, so he's waiting for some connectors to come in. Sometimes you go to the bin and all of a sudden, oh my God, I used the last one last year. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, so I think that's where Jim was. He was ready to get it all hooked up and running when Oliver went over there, and then he realized he didn't have a connector for the end of the coax. But it's on the upper end anyway, even if it's hodgepodge with a splitter up there, which will go away at some point. Anyway, that's the story, Fred. But let's see, Jim, W6PQL, why don't you just make a general call and see if there's somebody in there that I can't hear? There's somebody trying to get in. I've heard him twice, but I can never hear who it is.
Okay, well, let's see. Anybody in the Bay Area, KD6S, okay, for Mike down there in Fresno. I don't hear anything. The noise floor is nice and low on this. This band is great for it. I listened to 2 meters yesterday. It was so awful. I turned it right off. The 432 is just fantastic. The noise floor is super low, and it's just the communications is excellent. And I know what you mean about the last connector in the box. It always scares me. That's why I try to stock up on connectors, because you never know. You reach in, oh my gosh, I don't have one.
Yeah, or you need 3 and you only have 2. And you end up cutting one off of another piece of coax and repurposing it. That's horrible, because it takes 4 times as long as it would if you had just had the connector in the first place. And luckily, I've got an infinite source here.
Yeah, I hear what you mean. And, you know, you need a massive soldering iron, especially for the PL259s, which I don't like to use those connectors. I just like to use end connectors. I use them on all my coax now, just end connectors, and that's it.
Yeah, well, that's basically what I have. Occasionally you have to use a PL259 because a lot of the radios have PL259 or SO239 connectors, so you're stuck with that. But no, my whole system, once I get out of the radio, is all end connectors. All my relays are ends and everything. Relays and switches and everything is ends. Okay. Well, we should have had K6KLY. We should have had KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, and sometimes AB6SR gets in here, Stan. And I don't know where WB6WNI is tonight. Gary should be here. Gary, where are you tonight? WB6WNI, you should be done with dinner by now, K6MYC. No Gary tonight. That's odd. He's never missed a net yet, to my knowledge, except when he didn't have when he had a broken antenna or something. So we're missing about 4 in the Bay Area, but I always come back to the Bay Area for late checks and miss because potentially, Fred, there's 10 or 15 check-ins in the Bay Area on most bands. So I come through the Bay Area and I get 4 or 5 check-ins. I know I'm missing people, so I always try to come back to the Bay Area at the end of the net. Over.
I got you. Yeah, no, I didn't realize that. So, but anyway, that's great to know. By the way, this band is doing just incredible. It's like you're just down the street from me. It's super loud. I mean, I can't believe how good the signals are tonight. It's a blast because now you can actually talk without having fading conditions like on 1296. I think 1296 last time was really poor.
It was in that direction toward you, and then I got up north-south was good. The guys up there were better than average. And in fact, they had the best contact I've ever had with KR6MR in Meadow Lakes. He runs 50 watts, and but the station is, you got feed line loss and other factors, so he's probably running 25 watts, and he's near Auburn. So it's quite a path, and it isn't perfect. He's got something in the way between us, and even on all the bands, he's not as good as he should be. But it's not because of his station. It's just because there's something in the way. But 1296, as you know, gets really hurt badly when there's stuff in the way. It doesn't go through trees or dirt very well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 1296 is sensitive. And, if you don't have a good connector, coax, between and to a radio, you can lose 3 dB right there, right at the connector. It's so easy. The losses can be huge very quickly.
Yeah. If you're not careful on 1296, it can really get you. 1 drop of water in the coax connector anywhere in the line, and you've just about given up. It'll just eat you. Okay, let me get out of here, Fred. Thanks much for sticking around, and I do on almost every band, and you can check with Rob on the frequency if he could get to you. He would tell you that on almost every band we come back to the Bay Area and do late checks and missed in the Bay Area. And sometimes if I don't get anybody in Sacramento, I do the same thing. But the Bay Area is typical because you guys are flaky over there. Not you. You're always on time when we're there. But the point is there's a lot of guys that just don't check in or are middle of dinner like Gary. WB6WNI, he's usually having dinner, and he's usually about half the time I catch him on the way back.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, that's good to know, Mike. Anyway, well, I'll let you go. Have a great evening. Good to talk to you again. And I think this is the most amount of transmission time I've done talking to you on 432, so it came out pretty interesting tonight. It's the most airtime I've had on this radio. So, anyway, good night, Mike. 7386S, okay.
We got a good path over the hill tonight. There's no doubt about it. You're sitting here like you're in the room with me, sitting in the chair next to me. It's just everybody's just been really good for the most part. It was funny because Nevada was terrible. I did manage to work at Richard. Richard runs 8 watts to an antenna that's on his fence at about 6 feet above the ground, but he's up in the hill, so... But 8 watts, and I always work him, and I got him tonight on CW. Now, sometimes he's good enough to even work on phone, but tonight I heard his very weak 249 number come through. And then the other station, KE7UQL in the Carson City area, He's usually very good, and he comes up real loud at times, and he can just be like you are right now, and then he'll drop down. There's a lot more QSB on that path because of the mountains. But tonight he was just almost unreadable. Worst I've heard him ever. And he almost sounded like he was broken up. And I don't know whether it was the wind or whether he had a problem or not. I couldn't hear him well enough to determine if it was a problem of the band or what it was. But everybody else was pounding in here, so go figure. It's the weather in different directions can really have an effect on this band, and as you know, 1296 as well. KD6SOK for your final, Fred, K6MYC.
Good evening, Fred. KD6SOK, KM6SRR.
Very familiar. Didn't he have a 6 call sign at one point? Wasn't he in the Bay Area? And does he live at the Virginia City Highlands? Because there's a whole bunch of antennas up there, HF antennas, just north of Virginia City. Is that where he lives up there?
You got doubled up by Rob. Rob wants to call you. I didn't catch who you were referring to, Fred.
Oh, UQL in, you said Carson City, but doesn't he live north? That call sign is super familiar. Does he live north of Virginia City in the Virginia City Highlands? There's a whole bunch of HF towers over there. There's a massive antenna farm up there north of Virginia City in Nevada.
Gee, I don't know. No, he's in Carson City. He's just a little bit out of Carson City proper, city-wise. He's about 5 miles from Carson City, but that's why I say Carson City area, because that's the closest town to him. But no, I don't know how long he's been there, but he's not a big antenna guy. Almost everything he has is just on the roof. And because of weather and stuff that he has up there, he takes stuff down regularly, and right now the 432 is well, it was up, but he put it up just so he could work me this week. Over.
Well, that's amazing. I can't believe you're working guys in Nevada from your location. That's very impressive, especially the other guy with 8 watts. That's amazing. So Rob, I can't remember that call sign. Let me look at my cheat sheet here. Do I have his call sign here? He was trying to get through.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yes, Fred, I've got a preamp on here, so I'm hearing people better right now. KD6SOK, KM6SRR. Good to hear you there, Fred.
Oh, good to hear you, Rob. Yeah, I'm not. I can barely hear you through the noise here a little bit, but I hear you. I hear you definitely. So anyway, have a great evening. Good to hear you, Rob.
Okay, Fred. Yep, I think that's our first contact. So good to hear you too. Thank you, KM6SRR.
All right, Rob. Merry Christmas. Have a great and have a Happy New Year if I don't talk to you again before the end of the year. I think I heard most of that there, Mike.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Well, Rob will be much stronger and probably by summer next year, because he's got 2 big towers. Rob lives in a very good location, but just actually on his property, at the west end of his property almost, there's a little rise, and it's a little bit higher than his house. So that's what he looks into, and the antennas are all scattered around on Rob's roof on his 2-story house there. But most of them don't, you have to knife edge to get over that little ridge. From his house to the top of the ridge is probably 400 or 500 feet. So it's pretty close to him on top of everything else. But with the new towers, when he gets them up, he's got the towers. He just has other projects like solar panels and stuff like that he's been working on, trying to get that done first. And then the towers will go in, and that'll get him up close to over the top of the ridge, and he'll be booming in. And then he'll be able to fill in for me many times, because he can hear most stations in most directions, but he's only limited by the terrain issue. And on the long term, Rob does all the net. He keeps the Bozo logs, and he takes the log sheets that I have in very crude form, and we take a picture of them here and send them over to Rob, and then he confirms that he's copied the same thing I have, and then he fills out the official log and sends it in to several sources. It's online and everything, but he's very instrumental, and he knows all the calls. He gives out the numbers for new members and all that stuff. We're up to 1,226 and beyond right now. So that's Rob's job, and one of these days he'll probably do a little bit more calling of the net than I do, because my blindness is really getting serious, and there are times when I'd like to take a night off every now and then. But I've been pretty consistent here for the last 5 or 6 years. But I do like to have a night off, and I miss a night every now and then because of something social here. But that's Rob. KM6SRR, one last call to Fred, and then we'll get out of here. K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, Fred. Yep, I'm glad you can hear me there. I know Jim over there has got a lot of noise in his area, and he can't hear me even if I'm calling in pretty good here. One day I'll get some smoke on this band, and then it'll be easier for everybody to hear me. Good to hear you, Fred. KD6SOK, KM6SRR.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's great to hear you too. Oh boy, that's pretty awesome. Well, I can't wait for his towers to get up because that'll be fantastic. So, all right, Mike. I'll let everybody go. And it's been a long night. It was good to talk to you some more. 86 SOK.
7-3, Fred.
7-3, Mike. 7-3, Rob. See you guys later.
See you on 222 Monday.
Yes, see you on 222 on Monday. Exactly. That's looking forward to it. Okay. Good night.
Bye.
7-3, Fred.
Good night, Rob.
Okay, what do you got for a count, Rob? I kind of wasn't doing very good in the beginning, and I may have logged a couple of people twice and stuff like that, so my number when Judy counts it up might not be what yours is. Yours is probably better than mine tonight.
I've got 28.
Yeah, not a bad night overall.
Yeah, better than last Thursday. I think we had like 25 or so.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to get out of here and get back in where it's a little warmer. It was a nice day. We got up close to 60 today, so I don't know if you stayed home or what, but it was pretty good with the sun today.
Yep. No, I was mostly in town. My temperature thing says it got up to 59 here today, so that was pretty good. You know, I didn't hear if Paul, KW6 or K6WIS, if he had any relays at all.
No relays.
Okay, then I'm sticking with a 28, haha.
Okay, good. You did hear N6RO with his early check-in, right?
Yep, QSL.
I'm trying to think who else we missed. N5NPD, I think, has 2 meters and 432 N6, but he hasn't checked in lately. He's been traveling, I guess, or maybe he's gone back to work. He was retired for a while from the police department there, but he may have gone back to work. He's not getting in here as often as he used to. But anyway. We could probably have 35 if everybody checked in here. N5, N6BYH, of course, has got 432. And I think K6MTS, but I haven't heard Mark for a week or so now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with those guys. I think I hear Brett every once in a while check in on some of the nets. I think he might have checked in last week on the carp net and then on the 10-meter net.
Yeah, he's around, and he's got a good signal from Gustine area over here.
Yeah, I don't hear him complaining about the mosquitoes anymore, so I guess they're put to bed with the wintertime, huh?
Yeah, who was that? AB6, what?
Kilo Bravo 6, Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775.
There you are. We've been calling and calling for you. Good evening, Mike, and I thought I heard you in there earlier, but I'm not sure. But anyway, we've got you now, 775. Yeah, I'm not sure. There is a lot of QSB on the band. You just took a big dive. I was going to try and find the spot for you. Give me some more chatter. Give me some more chatter, Mike. Over. Give me some more chatter, Mike. Give me more chatter. Over.
Charlie Mike 87. Closing number 775. Over.
Yeah, way off again tonight. I've copied you well above, well, I'm pointed toward Oakley for you, and that's where you're coming in. Now you're pretty good. No, we got you 100% now, Mike, go ahead. You're not hearing me. Van is weird tonight, Rob.
Yep, I was trying to find him.
Yeah, he's not in there at the moment. Maybe he said 73. 73, Mike, if you're copying. 7373. Thanks for being there. KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie. Bye-bye. K6MYC. The only one mainly we're missing now is Gary. WB6WNI. Gary, where are you? WB6WNI, K6MYC. We also got K6QFO, but he's very inconsistent. KB6SR does have 432, but hardly ever gets out here. He doesn't have much of a signal on 432. I think he doesn't think we hear him.
Yeah, and there's also KB6RQU. He's on 432.
Yeah, so we're missing him. We're missing... Oh, Ben got on 432 a couple of times, but he's got an antenna that points into an apartment house, and that doesn't get very much of a signal up this way.
And I think he had an amplifier that went bad on him, so yeah, he's got a couple issues on 432.
Anyway, I'm glad we got one more out of the Bay Area here anyway. And I don't know what happened to PQL. He signed in and then he just went away. I may have had a power issue or an amplifier or something. But he was very weak when he signed in. Anyway, good evening, Rob, and if there's any issues with this log, I'll just have Judy take a picture and send it to you, but give her an hour or so, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I can't stick with my original 28. It's 29 now, haha.
Yeah, I know. Darn it.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC, KM6SR, 73.
73, and good evening to you, Aaron, if you're still listening here. K6 Uniform Sugar, K6MYC. Good night.
Yeah, good night, Mike. And, yeah, according to Brett's QRZ page, apparently he is still working. So who knows? He might have gotten switched to night shift or something. So who knows? We'll catch you on Sunday night on 2 meters, K6US.
73.
73, Aaron, K6US, KM6SR.
Yep, good night, Rob. We will catch you later. K6US, Fresno.